Good evening and welcome to Thurston County Board of County Commissioners public hearing. It's October 15th, 2019. I am John Hutchings, the chair of the board. To my left is Vice Chair Gary Edwards. To my right is Commissioner Ty Mincer. To his right is the clerk of the board, La Bonita Bomar. And to her right is the county manager, Ramiro Chavez. And to his right is Deputy Prosecuting Attorney. Darn it. Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Elizabeth Petridge. And I'm not going to go back. So this is a public hearing to consider amending Chapter 2.02 Thurston County Code relating to the regular and special meeting times of the Board of County Commissioners. The purpose is Thurston County is seeking public input on the proposed changes to Thurston County Code Chapter 2.02. There's a sign-up sheet in the back of the room that you can add your name to if you wish to testify. You will have 3 minutes to testify. I'll be calling the names in order for oral testimony. When you hear your name, please come forward to testify. Identify yourself and your address, and time may not be given to another person. So at this point in time, I'm opening the public hearing, and now I have a staff presentation from County Manager Ramiro Chavez providing us information on this issue.
Thank you, Commissioners. Let me begin by stating the Revised Code of Washington 36.32080, parenthesis 1, requires the Board of County Commissioners to hold regular meetings of the county seat to transact any business required or permitted by law. RCW 36.32080, parenthesis 3, authorizes the Board as an alternative option to hold quarterly meetings outside of the county seat, but within the county, if the board determines that the holding a meeting in an alternate location will be of an interest of supporting greater citizens' engagement in local government. RCW 36.32090 authorizes the board to hold the special meetings as provided by RCW 42.30080 at the county seat. In addition, the board is authorized to hold special meetings outside of the county seat if the agenda item or items are the unique interest of the concerned citizens within the area we will be holding that meeting. The proposal before you is amending Thurston County Code 2.02. They will bring some of the state requirements of your regular meetings as well as special meetings into the county code. At this point, we do not have that alignment. So some of the proposals on Thurston County Code Chapter 2.02.0 related to the regular meetings, the additional state requirements, which is RCW 36.328080, parenthesis 3, it states about the alternate option that may be exercised by you on a quarterly basis, as stated before. Also, the Board of County Commissioners must be given a public given notice of any regular meetings held outside of the county seat, pursuant 30 days before the meeting is specified on the legal notice. Also, on this proposal, we add a new chapter, which is the 2.02.202 related to special meetings and joint special meetings. The special meetings related to RCW 42.30880, as is stated before, and also special meetings outside of the county seat, and special meetings as stated on the previous Revised Code of Washington. Also included in this amendment is joint meetings. Any two or more county legislative authorities, as you have been held in joint meetings with your city councils, may be held at joint special meetings at the county seat or any other agreed upon location within the jurisdiction of participating county if the agenda items or items related to actions in consideration of mutual interest of concerned participating legislative authorities. You have been practicing this related to the RCW, and we have been practicing all those special meetings for those regular meetings. What this proposal does is bring all that into the county code. And I think that's the right appropriate step as to how we can house all that requirements into a single Thurston County code. Any questions?
Commissioner Menser, any questions or comments?
No.
Commissioner Edwards?
No, sir. We've went over this, and I'm ready to hear from the public.
All right. Well, we have two people that have signed up to speak, so when I call you up, please introduce yourself, state your name and your address, and you'll have 3 minutes, and your time will be counted down. When you hear a chime, that means your time is done. So first up is Tony Wilson, followed by John Pettit.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony Wilson. I live south of the airport on 89th Avenue Southwest, just a little bit north of Miller Sylvania State Park and a little bit west of Tilley Road. And I want to commend you for this. I think this is a legacy event, actually. I am a fan of engagement with public officials and government as a citizen, and what you're doing here codifies your responsibility to reach out in a rural county to people who don't come here, instead of sitting behind that bench all the time ruling from up high, because that is the thing that makes people distrust government, is the appearance that that's what's going on. I think it's remarkable that you have taken this particular bull by the horns at the behest of Mr. Pettit, actually speaking to the issue of you not having the right to do this because of the code. But I do commend you for doing it. I can see a time when the people in Rochester or Little Rock or Tenino or Bucota or on a reservation or anywhere can have an opportunity to come and see their commissioners up close and personal and talk to you when they cannot get here. And thank you for that. Thank you for these hearings, because I think they're a great way to do this. But thank you for putting this in the code.
Thank you, sir. John Pettit.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is John Pettit. I live out off Rich Road in East Olympia. I'm going to read to you a little letter I had written to the Commissioners, just the first part of a paragraph. Dear Commissioners, August 24, 2015. I'm writing you today pertaining to the procedural process that I have found in the Washington State RCWs for Open Public Meetings Act and County Commissioners. I'm certain that it is not the intent of you Commissioners to intentionally break the law and deny public their rights to open government. It is not my intent to create upheaval, causing the county to redo work because of calling your attention to the procedural errors in the meeting process and the resulting effect due to the errors. Your decisions as to correction of the errors, whether you're going to voluntarily null and void actions. 4 years ago, over 4 years ago, I was addressing this same exact issue to the county. And I'm very happy to see that we're taking a track now to put it right in the code to make sure that we follow it and we make it clear. It's very unfortunate in reality that out of 265,000, 270,000 people, we have actually more commissioners sitting up there than there is citizens out here that are actually sitting here to make comment. It's a thought about how we want to try to make things more interactive with the public. Now, it is good. You have increased the value of exposure of the meetings by putting them on YouTube. For those that have YouTube, that's real beneficial. Okay? Some still won't get it. And there's very, very few that, as long as we continue to have meetings, particularly at the 2 o'clock time frame, that you're not going to get much public input, because people have to work for a living. People have to come. And then the other part is, I do, of course, and have expressed before, a little bit of question of suppression of speech. I'm supposed to tell you about all my problems in 3 minutes. Well, it just doesn't happen. And we don't always feel like we're answered very well if we send in an email. So I'm going to encourage you to continue to grow upon what you are now doing. I appreciate the actions and corrections. I don't like to see things that potentially are null and void. I realize that no one wants to address the issue. I appreciate the other commenters' comment regarding that this has finally come up and you're taking hopefully the right action. I support it and I hope you all vote yes for it. Thank you.
That exhausts the list of people that have signed up, and there's nobody else in the audience, so I'm not even going to solicit any more comments unless anybody can hear me out in the hallway that wants to. Anybody want to comment? Wait a minute. Nobody's approaching the door. And what's the pleasure of the board?
Well, looks like we've got this just about wrapped up for this afternoon, at least for this hearing. We have another one yet this evening, but for this hearing, I would move to close the public hearing.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to close the public hearing. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And this meeting is closed. Now what's the pleasure of the board? The public hearing is closed.
I'd like to hear from the county manager if he had this on an agenda or something that's coming
Yeah,
up.
you do have as an option for you to consider adopting the ordinance before you.
Number 2.
You do have a motion.
Okay, I'm ready to make a motion. I would move to adopt the ordinance amending Thurston County Code, Chapter 2.02, relating to the regular and special meeting times of the Board of County Commissioners.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adopt this amended ordinance. Any further discussion on it?
No, sir?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And having nothing further, you want to move to close this now, this meeting?
Well, I'd make a motion that we close this evening's meeting, this afternoon's meeting, if we need it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
This is closed until 5:30. We'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, Marta.